I know I'm right on this one. TikTok is pointless for franchisee recruitment.
You're wrong. 100% wrong. So people say TikTok is for kids. Well, 30 to 39% is 21.7%, 40 to 49 is 20.3%. So actually in total that's 42% of the TikTok audience are within the age bracket that we'd probably look at.
And that's it, that's your argument.
Oh, I've got tons more. I just want to
You want me to put my cards on the table? That's not fair.
Welcome to the Full Disclosure Podcast with me, Ed Quinnell, the founder of The Franchised, and my co-host,
Jo Middleton, founder of Franchise Business School.
Each episode, one of the co-hosts will make a strong statement about a topic from around the franchise and industry. The other has to argue against it. This week, it's Jo's turn, so off we go.
TikTok is pointless.
I got to press the bell. We had to press the bell.
Oh, I thought you were ruling me out already, like before I'd even finished. TikTok is pointless.
I think you will be anyway, so yeah.
I know I'm right on this one. TikTok is pointless for franchisee recruitment.
You're wrong. 100% wrong.
Why do you think I'm wrong, Ed?
Because TikTok is the best platform to build trust with an audience. It's the number of users is just ridiculous in the UK, internationally. It just makes total sense to be on there to build trust. And it's now got B2B tools that mean you can then target the ideal people that you're going after. It's just, makes sense.
And that's it. That's your argument.
Oh, I've got tons more. I just want to first,
you want me to put my cards on the table? That's not fair. Okay, well, I've done some digging on this one, and I agree that in the future it will be a good tool for franchisee recruitment, but right now I don't believe it is at the time that we're recording the podcast. I think that at the moment, the amount of time invested in making the videos, building that know, like, trust, and hoping something will go viral, and then when it does, it's great, and you've got that sort of ego boost through getting all these followers and hits and on that one video. But are they actually converting to sales?
You could say that about any PR, really.
But for the point of this podcast, it's pointless for recruitment.
Yeah, but for recruitment around PR.
Okay.
So showing an audience what it's like to be part of the brand. There's massive opportunities. There's so many different angles you can take on it. And with the argument around creating content for TikTok, you don't have to. You can create long form content that can be used on any platform. You can put it onto YouTube, you can put it onto Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and they can be reels, they can be, static images, videos, whatever it may be. But when you've created a video, just crop it so it's just the face of the person who's speaking and use it on TikTok.
And repurpose
it. And I'm not saying, you have to go out there and fully use a TikTok strategy and have that as your number one platform. Each brand's going to have its own, platform that works best for it. But just repurpose the content, put it on there, because at the moment, the amount of exposure you and your brand can get is just, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I do agree with that. However, I have made some notes and I have some things to tell you. So Facebook is the third most trafficked website in the whole world. 73% of 16 to 64-year-olds use it every single day, according to a recent Hootsuite survey.
16 to 64. That's a wide bracket, isn't it?
It is. I can't remember, it did say on the Hootsuite survey, but it was a big percentage of, I think it was 34 to 44-year-olds.
What year was that article? Right.
It was a recent one.
How recent? Because things change in the social media.
Oh, they do. But Instagram, 52% of users use that platform every day. LinkedIn, 49% of users use it once a month. Marketers see double the conversion rate on LinkedIn to anywhere else, so it's a great one for franchisee recruitment. Yeah. However, TikTok is the fastest growing platform. As of January 2022, it had 1 billion active monthly users. but it is the 6th most used social media platform in the world at the moment. And if a user is on TikTok, they'll also be using the other platforms as well. There's an 80% overlap individually with Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So I don't think TikTok should be potentially the go-to for franchisee recruitment. The other platforms, if they're using TikTok, they're going to be on the other platforms anyway. So I think that TikTok is pointless for franchisee recruitment because you might get the visibility, but you're not going to get the conversions.
No, but then you don't have to.
Well, you do to recruit franchisees.
Any PR should not be seen as a way to convert into sales, right?
Mm.
The PR you see might be on one particular magazine, let's say, whether that's online or as you like,
or digital, or like, physical.
Yeah. But you might see that there, and then you go and research a franchise brand somewhere else, and then engage there. It's the same on the social media, right? So you might see it on one platform about a brand and go, oh, these guys are quite fun and interesting, especially on TikTok and doing something there. And work should not all be about business and seriousness. Not. It should be some fun in there as well. So TikTok's a great place to express that. But they could see that content there, go on to LinkedIn and see your more serious stuff or a targeted advert that's going towards you, and hey presto, it works, right?
I do. I agree.
But each platform's got its own kind of feel, and people go to there for different reasons. So why not use them in those ways as well? So view TikTok at the moment as a PR platform.
Yeah.
And actually, I think most of them you should try and go a bit easy, less sales messages for the majority of the time anyway.
More personality injected, and I do agree with you. So I think this is one that you are definitely winning me over.
Well, I'm going to add to it now.
Here he goes. I knew he had a list up his sleeve.
So in terms of the video editing on TikTok, it's almost unrivaled on the mobile phone, making it so much easier to put your own spin on it. So let's say you've got a load of old content that you want to repurpose, put it on TikTok. You can add on the text really simply and easily. You can add music, which grabs attention. You can add graphics, and it's almost better than like Premiere Pro, which is like a software that I use within the Adobe suite for creating videos. It's not quite there, but for using it on a handheld device, it makes it very easy and accessible. So doing that's great, but even then, once you've created that content on there, you can then, with all of its nice effects and its graphics on there, you can then share it to all your other platforms. And TikTok is the most shareable platform. Like, it allows you to physically share from their platform onto Instagram and places like this, to even to WhatsApp.
Can I just ask, does that add the TikTok logo to it?
It will have the TikTok logo on it, the watermark in the bottom corner. But I think most people are like, well, that's cool, whatever.
Yeah.
They're just sharing it because they've created it and it was fun. And actually, that type of content performs extremely well in places like LinkedIn, where because it's a pattern disrupt. A lot of people on there just post, pretty dry, generic or very staged shots with their videos. With TikTok, a lot of the time, if it's used on a mobile phone, it's in a longer format, so it takes up more of the screen. It's perhaps got some visual elements, like maybe it shakes the screen or whatever it is, some effect that's added onto it. And when you're scrolling through, that stands out against all those other kind of...
As a pattern interrupter, kind of.
Yeah. Those vanilla posts, which are, hey, we're great.
Come and visit our franchise.
Well, just anything, maybe. Someone saying, isn't something great, or I'm so proud to do this. It's something slightly different when it's in a different visual format, but also it's someone having fun. I'm trying not to name any brands here, right?
I can think of a few off the top of my head.
I've got ones in my head where it'd be something fun to do, So as a franchisee, I enjoy. Wasn't there one? There's a TikTok that went really viral, which was like a guy going around collecting money from vending machines. Like, there are vending machine franchises out there, right? Why aren't they doing something similar, where they just get a guy going out there enjoying his job, saying, yeah, I love my job. I just go around to vending machines collecting cash.
Yeah.
That sort of thing works on there, but you might not put it necessarily on LinkedIn. But Yeah, I just think it's good. And then because you use the age stats, I'm going with more narrow
You get
brackets, right?
more specific.
So people say TikTok is for kids. Well, 25% of their audience is 10 to 19-year-olds. 22.4% is 20 to 29-year-olds. This is probably the bit where it's more interesting from our franchise brands. 30 to 39% is 21.7%. 40 to 49 is 20.3%. So actually, in total, that's 42% of the TikTok audience are within the age bracket that we'd probably look at. And then the other 10 or 11% is older than that.
And when you've got over 1 billion active monthly users, that's quite a large chunk.
Yeah, in the UK, I couldn't find the exact number, but anything between 9 and 17 million users in the UK is what I saw. But the fact that there's so many people writing about how many users there are shows that there's a lot of activity and a lot of interest in it from the B2B world. So, yeah.
I don't feel like I've argued this debate very well.
Yeah, I can keep going. I mean, you can get better analytics than a lot of other platforms as well. Especially compare it to Instagram. I think it wipes the floor with it.
You don't feel that the more that TikTok shared on platforms like LinkedIn, the more watered down that impact will be, and the less scroll stoppy, the less people are likely to have it as a pattern interrupter on their scroll because they're so used to seeing it becomes the norm.
I think then you just need to be more creative, or the next platform comes along that you create content on, right?
You don't think that's Snapchat?
No, I think that's one. But yeah, I guess at one point having graphics on social media was, oh wow, look at this is interesting. And then video was the next thing that was exciting. Now it's short TikToks with flashing lights and those strange robot voices talking through
that can't pronounce words properly and make them sound really weird.
Yeah, but I think the other thing is because it's such a new platform, it's worth being on there because you've got an opportunity to be viral. All the other platforms, there's not really that opportunity because they want you to use their paid for service. They want you to do their pay-per-click campaigns or pay-per-click.
Yeah.
And so they don't allow a post to go so quickly. The other, so I'm reading off more and more benefits. And the other thing that's interesting with TikTok is there's kind of no timestamp on your posts. And it doesn't matter if you post 5, 10 on one day. So you can just create content, upload it all in one batch, and it's fine. People will come across it as and when. It's not like, for example, LinkedIn will probably only show you content from the last 3 weeks maximum, maybe a month. They don't not on your feed anyway. It doesn't often come up with stuff older than that. Whereas TikTok, you might have created it 6 months ago, but it'll still appear on somebody's feed if they haven't seen it already.
Yeah, I think that from a franchisor's point of view, not only do we talked about them having two different businesses in another podcast. They've got the franchise head office business when they first start, and then most will have the equivalent of a territory in the original business that they've started in the early days until they sell that off as a territory. Or some franchisors keep it on so that they can try new things and before they roll them out across the network in that territory. So the franchisor now needs to get to grips with TikTok as well for both businesses, the head office business and the franchisee business, so that TikTok can then benefit the whole network. By doing that, when the customers are already on Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram and Twitter potentially as well, and any other social media platforms, is it a waste of the franchisor's time to invest in that training and level of expertise that they're going to have to be able to roll that out across their network and in their head office brand when they're already reaching those people anyway through Facebook and Insta?
Yeah, I guess rather than investing in training, train yourself almost, right? We all have some downtime at some point.
We do.
And somebody made a statement years ago that I read and listened to, and it really helped change my mindset. And it was people are either two things. They're either creators or consumers. And if you're just sitting there watching telly and not learning or taking anything from it, and you're not creating anything, you are a consumer. You're just turning up to your 9 to 5. That's a consumer, right? A creator can take those moments and then create something from it. So I've always thought, okay, I'm gonna be on social media anyway. I'm gonna be sitting there scrolling through. Make sure you learn something from it every time. Make sure you take something away from it and then use that. So rather than paying somebody to sit down and do a course, which could be really beneficial and can help to give you some insights and tips and things, just as a starting point, just look at it. Just be on there and see what's going on. And what I found with TikTok is the first few times I went on there, it was content that, well, I won't go into it, but a lot of people know what I mean. But as you use it more and you start to engage with the videos that are relevant to you, so I would look at educational posts or about traveling or how-to sort of videos, that kind of thing. Those ones that I've engaged with, I now see more of them all the time. And I've learned from them how to kind of format it, what are they doing with the video? How long is it? What lighting are they using? Are they just using a mobile phone, or are they setting it up? Are they filling the full screen, or are they using the square? Where are they placing their text? Are they using subtitles? What music are they using? I try and get something from it every time I use it. So that for me would be a starting point for any franchisor, is trying to use a little bit of that downtime as
strategic TikTok viewing.
Yeah, just scroll through and understand what it's about. And if you feel like it's a place that could work for you, and I think for almost any brand it's a good PR platform, then start investing a bit more money. Yeah,
it's really interesting what you say about what TikTok chooses to show you. So I guess as a franchisor, you want to be searching for things that are going to resonate with your brand and posts that have gone viral. When I first started looking at TikTok in lockdown, as many people did, I was seeing a lot of things like Britain's Got Talent auditions and things along those lines. And then I picked up my husband's tablet once and went on his TikTok, and it was like a completely different platform. It was something I didn't recognise. It was all about tractors and farm machinery.
It's down to view time. So if you've watched a video all the way through, TikTok goes, "Oh,
they like
that sort of thing. Let's show them more of that sort of thing." But if you flick straight on past, it goes, okay, that doesn't like that, so we won't show that type of content again. So it's all about the watch time on TikTok, as opposed to when it was posted. So it's interesting, but I reckon I've won you over here.
I reckon you're right.
Excellent. Let's close that one then.
Exhibitions don't work for lead generation.